Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back after a little 1-week hiatus. As you probably saw on Instagram, I went home back to Ohio to visit my family. It's been a long time because of this pandemic, so my husband and I decided to stay a few extra days. But I'm back, I'm excited to be filming again, and today I'm talking about 7 money moves to make in your 50s. Guys, retirement is in sight. I can almost see it now. And in your 50s, you really want to get serious about retirement, where you stand, and make sure you're going to get to where you want to be. So first off, you want to make sure you have a retirement game plan. And by retirement game plan, I mean to check in your finances to understand where you want to be or how much you need to save, how much you're currently saving and investing now, and is there a gap between the two? So you may want to speak to a professional financial advisor. Sure, there is lots of information you can find for free, whether it's online, through YouTube, through the library and all the books there. There are plenty of resources about investing, saving, and retirement prep that you can find absolutely for free, and you should definitely take advantage of those. But you may really want to consider speaking with a financial advisor just to kind of have peace of mind and to have someone else look over your finances to really make sure you're on the path that you want to be. Now, if you don't already have a financial advisor, in this case, I would recommend finding someone who is fee-based, meaning you're paying them by the hour. So if you go meet with them for a couple hours and they have a flat fee for that time spent with you to review your finances, not someone who's commission-based and making money off of what they sell to you or how much you're investing. But now is the time to speak to a professional so you can get some peace of mind and maybe some advice. So after speaking with your financial advisor and going over your game plan, you may find that it is now time to amp up your savings and investing. You may find that what you're contributing now is falling a little bit short of where you want to be. So now is the time to bridge that gap and start really contributing towards your savings and retirement accounts. But the good news is once you hit 50, you can start contributing more every single year. So for example, with a Roth IRA, once you hit 50, you can start contributing up to $7,000 a year in retirement contributions. And also, if you have an employee-sponsored 401k, you can do a catch up, not catch up the condiment. But anyway, you can do a catch-up of $6,500 a year. This is already in addition to the $19,500 you can already contribute to a 401k plan. And the best news is that extra $6,500 may still be eligible with your employee match. So definitely take this time to take advantage, up those investings, and save as much as possible. Next up, you want to work on paying off that debt if you haven't already. Now is the time before you hit retirement that you want to pay as aggressively as possible on any outstanding debts. So when you go into retirement, chances are that your monthly income may be a little bit less or significantly less than it is right now. So you want to have as few reliabilities and bills as possible, and you want to do whatever you can to reduce or completely eliminate any possible bills. So of course, the best way and place to start is with your debt. So in your 50s, really work to getting rid of any possible debt that you have, and bonus if you start working on paying off your house. Next thing you want to do is to make sure you and your spouse are on the same page when it comes to your retirement. Now, I know in many households that it is very common for one person to be in charge of the finances. Now, even if you do have one primary person in your household in charge of the finances, I firmly believe that you should have regular especially monthly check-ins on your finances, and really have transparency when it comes to money in your marriage. If that hasn't been you in the past, now is really the time that you both have to be on the same page. You can no longer have a spouse keeping their head in the sand, avoiding the finances, and just letting all of that responsibility fall on one person. It's not fair, quite frankly, and it is not going to set you up for success. You both need to be on the same page. You both need to be responsible for knowing what your goals are. Dream together. The best part of retirement and being in a marriage is being able to dream together. So you need to be on the same page with where you want to be financially, where you are financially, and what you both need to do to get you to your goals. So again, if you really haven't been that transparent in your marriage about money, or if you really rely on one person who's good with money to take care of everything, get the other spouse in the loop. Let them know what you're doing, what you're looking at, why you choose to do what you do, and just get on the same page. Next up, consider getting rid of some of your life insurance. Now, in my previous video, I actually talked about getting life insurance, but in your 50s, you may have children that are no longer financially dependent on you, and they may be totally financially independent, or you may not have children at all. You may have no more debts. Maybe you paid off all your debts, even paid off a house. If that's the case, and if you don't have a spouse or children reliant on your income, then you may want to consider getting rid of some or all of your life insurance to save some extra money. Let's take, for example, you have one child who's already out of the house, they're already married, they don't rely on you for finances at all, you have no debt, you have a paid-for house, and you have a spouse that works. In this case, you really don't have anyone reliant on your income, and this might be one of those situations where life insurance really isn't necessary, especially if you can make money off of the sale of your paid-for house. So in that case, we might try to save some money and get rid of life insurance. However, if you do still have children, maybe in high school or even in college, or maybe you have a lot of debts that aren't paid for, maybe keep that life insurance around. This would be another great thing to talk to a financial advisor about, to look over all of your liabilities to see if life insurance really is necessary for you and your family. And finally, in your 50s, I think it is a really good idea to have a retirement trial run. And by that, I mean take your expected monthly income for your retirement years and stick to that for a few months, maybe like 1 month to 6 months in your 50s. And there's a few reasons why we want to do this. One, we want to make sure what you're planning for retirement is realistic. Can you afford your groceries? Can you afford your bills? Can you afford travel or hobbies if that's what you want? Can you afford buying birthday gifts or anything else that might come up during your retirement off of this budget you're giving yourself? The reason why I say try it for 1 to 6 months is there can be so many variances from month to month. So if you do it for a good half a year, that really gives you a good idea of any expenses that might come up, and to really understand if your retirement budget is realistic for you and the lifestyle you have and the lifestyle you want. And the great thing about doing this trial in your 50s is that it still gives you plenty of time to increase your savings and investings before you hit those retirement years if you find you're falling short of what you really want. The other reason why I recommend doing this in your 50s is because you can establish frugal habits that will not only help you right now by saving money, but also help you in the long run and through your retirement. All right, that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and please consider subscribing to my channel so you can continue seeing money saving tips. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, friends.